Bring things back here to Arizona right now and talk about the city of Phoenix, because turns out it's putting a big, large dent in its housing crisis. Later this morning, Mayor Kate Gallego officially will announce the city is 5 years ahead of schedule when it comes to creating or preserving 50,000 housing units by the year 2030.
12 News journalist Troy Lynch is live in North Phoenix at one of those affordable housing units. And yeah, they're putting it to good use, right, Troy?
Yeah, there absolutely are, and it's actually really impressive how fast that they were able to build some of these housing units. We're going to talk a little bit more about that in just a second, but if you look behind me, this is the Reserve at Thunderbird here in North Phoenix, where it was actually built just last May, and it's able to house up to 108 families that used to be homeless. And this complex was all a part of the housing plan. Now, I want to get a little bit more into that. So back in 2020, Mayor Gallego announced a plan to create and preserve over 50,000 homes by 2030. Right now, Phoenix is already at 53,000, so the city 5 years ahead of schedule. Phoenix established the original goal in 2019 due to rent and home prices increasing far faster than the median income in Phoenix. Now, the goal included housing units with access to public spaces, schools, transit, and more. And then also, back in 2020, the city said 160,000 housing units are needed, and 100,000 of which should be subsidized due to try to combat the housing crisis. So we know the total number of units created is over 53,000, but the latest housing quarterly report that hasn't been released just yet, but as of last September, we do know that there have been over 4,600 affordable housing units created, over 6,000 preserved, along with creating over 11,000 workforce units and 26,000 market units. Now, those numbers will most likely increase once the most recent report is released, but how is Phoenix so ahead of schedule? Well, a year ago, the city council announced that it was going to try to accelerate the building of new housing projects, and the change allowed administrative approval for final plats without a review from the city council, cutting down on the approval process by at least 30 days. So the official announcement is supposed to be coming out at 8:15 later this morning, and that is going to be announced by Mayor Kate Gallego along with some other local officials. But we're live here in Phoenix. Troy Lynch, 12 News Today in AZ.